Evening. Hope everyone's been having a great day. Just sitting here bored. Thought I would do a live stream. I went live a little bit early because It's Randy's Life has a live stream. I think it's scheduled for like 7. Anyhow, it's kind of chilly out today. I think we're having is it dogwood winter? I'm ready for it to warm on up. I'm having a cigarette and then I'll turn the camera around. It seems like it's been like a really long, long day. But I got up really early this morning. Hey, Misty. How are you doing? I'm just sitting here talking to myself, which is nothing new. I do it all the time. What have you been doing today, Misty? That's the prettiest picture, by the way. I've just been chilling with the dogs, and that's about it. Done a little cleaning. Same-o, I did have something I forgot to tell y'all this morning, which y'all may have seen Will's video, but they are doing a movie on Lori Vallow. A&E is doing it. Skylar, are you wanting back in the house? Oh my gosh, the wind's blowing a little bit, so now Skylar wants in the house. She's scared of everything. Scared to live. For bless her heart. Oh my goodness. So what you been up to, Misty? I wonder if YouTube didn't notify anybody. Thank you. Doing the same. Cleaning. Oh, yeah. Hey, cleaning's hard work. If I don't clean every day or like straighten up around the house and do, wash dishes, sweep and all that, it gets behind. And it gets behind quick. Of course, I have to sweep every day because I have 4 dogs. And Skylar sheds like crazy, and Lady sometimes. I'm OCD about clean floors and dishes, things like that. I like having a clean house. And I like for my laundry to be like at least done up to where I've only got like a couple loads. I can't stand to see laundry piled up. That drives me insane. I have 3 dogs inside. I have to sweep every day too. Misty, I use well, most of the time I use a shop vac on my laminated floors. But I use a Swiffer. That helps. Hey, Carolina girl. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? But anyways, it's boring talking about cleaning. Anyways, back to Lori Vallow. Yeah, A&E is coming out with the movie. I believe it's this summer, and I believe it's called something like Doomsday Mom or Doom's Mom or something like that. This has probably made her life. Lori's really going to get a thrill out of them making a movie about her. Because that's just the type of personality she has. The type of person she is. She was thrilled when she was on the news and stuff, according to her cellmate. Any kind of attention. She loves it. That is one woman I cannot stand, Lori Vallow. Oh, Hori Lori. Hey, Short Nice, how are you? Enjoying the sunshine and a cold glass of Chardonnay. Well, the sun's been shining here today, but it's chilly. I think it's dogwood winter or something. because it is really chilly. I got a sweat jacket on again. Long day. Tell me something good. Oh gosh, let me think. Well, I don't know if this is good or not, but Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez split up. They're calling it quits. They're going to remain friends, though. I guess that's kind of good. And she still has the engagement ring that's valued at $1.8 million. Um, she probably won't give it back because they bought each other a lot of jewelry. She bought him a lot of expensive watches, and he bought her a lot of jewelry. But they're going to remain friends because they're in business together. They have several businesses together. Your weather looks nice there. It's cold and rainy here. Been praying for you, Tracy. Things will get better, hon. Well, I mean, it has been nice here today. It's just chilly. She'll have a new young one soon. Yeah, I think Ben Affleck still has the hots for her, in my opinion. He was just talking, was it? I think it was Jennifer Lopez he was talking about. Maybe it was Jennifer Aniston. No, it was Jennifer Lopez he was talking about the other day, and he was bragging on her. Yeah, it's cold nasty here too. Hard to get motivated. I know it. Well, it's just frustrating. I mean, it's beautiful. The sun's shining, the sky's blue, but it's chilly. Look, I turned on my propane heater this morning. Thank you. Well, don't lose hope. Just remember, this will be in the past here shortly. You can just hold on like a couple weeks. Ah, accident. I didn't mean to turn my camera around, but I guess I can. Hey, Maggie. How are you doing? Prayers for you too. Maggie had major surgery. It is nice and quiet here, short and nice. Up in this holler, it's really it's really a nice neighborhood. And then just on up the road, it's like a dead end. I've lived up here for about 9 years now. There's never any, people fighting, people calling the law or anything like that. Oh yeah, check my shirt out. It says, "Oh cluck, no." I love it. It's a leopard print chicken. Hey, Sunnyside. I just love your name because it reminds me of my rooster, Sunny. How are you doing? Well, Mark's been fishing all day. Well, he went early this morning, and then he came back. He's been fishing with his brother, who's in visiting, and then he went back again, and then he got mad because they've been there fishing all day and really hadn't caught that many. And then here comes this other guy and is only there for a few minutes, and every cast he makes, he caught a trout. I was like, did nobody never teach you not to be a sore loser? He's like, I may never fish again. He is such a crybaby. Yeah, Maggie, how are you feeling? Maggie's a strong lady. I mean, she had part, like the tip of her lung, like removed because she had like a tumor on it. And it seemed like she was back home within just days, a week or so. And she says she's getting around good. I mean, that's like a major thing, your lung. Anyways, prayers, hon. Hey, there's a lot of people that's got it rough right now. It's got loved ones that's sick. Never lose hope's brother-in-law is about to die. He has been sick for like a really long time. Oh, my knee just popped. Sunny, The rooster. Sonny's a good rooster. He's just mean. I want a miniature rooster. Or one of those big giant roosters. That would be cool. What else was I going to tell y'all that I saw in the news? Oh, this woman in California attacked her sister's dog that she was fostering because they got in an argument. And she stabbed the dog in the spine and broke its hip and all kinds of things. But she's not been charged yet. Can you believe that? Someone would get mad at someone else and take it out on an animal? People are nuts. Completely nuts. What, baby? Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me let Skylar in. Come on. If you're going in, come on. Well, she needs anger management. Well, here's the thing. The reason that she's not been charged is, okay, so the sisters got into it. The one that was fostering the dog left and left the dog in the yard. And when she came back, she found him laying in the yard bleeding. But the other sister hasn't been arrested because nobody's seen her do it. And I think there was someone else there at the home. The poor dog had been through hell and had been at a kill shelter. And this rescue group had rescued him and placed him with this woman until he could get adopted. And look what happened to him. And I believe it's a pit bull. It's what it looks like to me, its face. She needs someone to beat the shit out of her. I never lose hope. I'll send you the article when I get off here. I just saw it TMZ. I was going to share it this morning on my live stream, and I didn't. Can't stay on. Came home to dry off and drink a cup of hot coffee. Then back with the sun. I feel so humiliated. Was crying the whole time. What are you out doing, Stacy? With the sign. What's on your shirt, Cece? It's actually a chicken. It's leopard print, and it says, "Oh, cluck, no." Actually, Sapphire sent me this. I hear one of the dogs wanting out again. They drive me crazy, guys. No wonder my legs hurt. Okay, I didn't get notified. I was watching Joanna Dennehy, serial killer. Good evening, Red Rum. How are you doing? My shirt I had on yesterday, Carolina girl, it says, "I tend chickens." Does that mean I'm a chicken tender? Let me let this stinking dog back out. I swear. I'm going to run away. Lady, really? Really? What's all this about? What's all this about? Move. Move. Well, I should have said, "Excuse me." Sorry. That's hilarious. I know it. I love shirts like that. Anytime Mark sees one with a chicken on it, he brings it home. How the trail going, Ben? Missing it. Training at work. The trial? Oh, defense called their last witness today. Um, but then the prosecution called a rebuttal witness. I didn't listen to the testimony. I was just hearing it on HLN, the news reporters talking. And Derek is not going to testify in his defense. So, But I did hear the judge asking him, if he understood that, he had the right to testify and all this. But anyways, I would say that the jury is deliberating now, right? I don't know if the prosecution got done with that rebuttal witness. He had no defense. I mean, every expert witness that they called there, whether it be a medical professional or some kind of police officer, they all said the same thing. That, he shouldn't have been on his neck like that. And all the medical professionals said that he died from that, from it, what do you call it, asphyxia. And I heard one of them say that he remained on top of him even after he took his last breath. I heard him talking some kind of carbon monoxide crap today. Like, I think his defense may have been trying to say that where he was laying on the ground next to, like, the exhaust, he could have got carbon monoxide poisoning. Completely ridiculous. Hey, Emily. Yeah, if you're earning extra money, Tracy, don't be ashamed. Is that what she meant by that? I hate it for her. What else did I hear on TV about it? Anyways, he's going to be found guilty. Now, I'm not sure if the other guys will be or not. But Derek definitely knew better. Because I heard that one officer, I believe it was one of the first ones they called, older gentleman, had been there since like the 80s. But he said, even when they trained them back in the 80s, they train you that when you got someone on the ground and you handcuff them, they're really not much of a threat to you anymore. I mean, it's possible they could be, but really they're not much of a threat. But they train you to get them over on their side or up off the ground, because when you have their arms stretched behind them, it stretches these muscles. And where they're already laying on their chest, it makes it hard to breathe, and even harder to breathe when they're, you know, stretched out. Anyways, the knee on the neck was excessive. And my opinion is, from watching the video, it seemed like Derek stayed on top of George just to prove something to the bystanders that were, there shouting at him to get up off of him and begging him and pleading and everything. But he seemed to continue to do it just to get at them, just to show them, hey, I can do this because I'm a cop. Was his ass got cuffed and stuffed, and he's getting ready to be booked and cooked. Not earning. I'm standing with the sign begging. My phone gets shut off at midnight. I have to get enough for a re-up card. I hate that, Tracy. I don't even buy phone cards. I just use the Text Now app. We have to feed so many animals and have so many other expenses. I just don't even do it. Hey, it is Stacy. Been standing for 4 hours in the rain and cold. Oh, girl, I hate that. Don't you have any, like, friends that could help you out, like, a little bit until you get, like, your uh, disability at the beginning of the month? Anyways. Oh, I do have some exciting news I forgot to share with y'all. This June, I'm going to be going down to Pigeon Forge. Sapphire and her family is going down there to vacation. And she's going to go to the True Crime Museum. So Mark's going to drive me down there to have lunch with her. I'll have to come back that day. But it's only like about, Mark said a 2-hour drive. I think it's actually about a 3-hour drive. But it'll be the first person I've ever met, like, from YouTube, like, face to face. So I think that'll be cool. I would like to try to go to the True Crime Museum while I'm there, because they got Ted Bundy's Volkswagen there. It'd be cool to see. I want pictures of that. And I want to go to Parrot Mountain. But hopefully, I mean, the dogs aren't real sick. That is the plan. I'm going to get Mark's mom to watch, because it'll be warm by then, and the dogs can be outside, but I can get her to watch Smokey and Chloe on the porch or in the garage. Yeah. Yeah, it will be fun. Oh, you're all right, Tracy. It just makes me feel bad. I don't know what to say, and I can't like help financially, and it makes me feel bad. Bye, Carolina girl. Enjoy your evening, your supper, your Chardonnay, you fancy wancy girl. she's she's done went got fancy on me. Um. Anyways, I can't wait for this damn trial to be over with. Some of my regular viewers has been watching that in the mornings. Cece, your trip sounds exciting. Yeah, I think that it will be fun. She told me that she was going there, and I was like, and she was like, also, if you're that close, we should meet up. So I asked Mark. I was like, we drive down there and meet her and her husband. He was like, yeah. I know it. See, people like that, Tracy, that have scammed this community is the reason that nobody wants to help anybody anymore. Those bad peoples hurt the good people that really need help. Coffee time on the porch, warrior grandma. Hey, Leroy, how are you? Be praying for you, Tracy. I feel so bad. I don't know what to do. I could share your PayPal link again, but it's in my Discord. I can run and get my laptop in a minute. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet. Is that what you said, Leroy? Nice to meet you. How you been, hon? I'll definitely keep you in my prayers, Tracy. Things will get better. I know it don't seem like it right now, but it will. I never seen you live. Oh, I got a live. Well, I mean, here lately I've been going live quite a bit in the evenings on camera. Hey, Will. Carmen's going to get that SOB, Tracy, by the way, for doing that. What's wrong, Leroy? What'd you sick for? What sentence do you think Derek will get? 40 years. I'm going to say 40. 40 to somewhere between 40 and 60 years, maybe. I just sent some money to get the phone or whatever she needs. Aw, Maggie. You didn't have to do that. That was sweet of you, and I'm sure she appreciates it. She'll see it, and she'll be back in here to thank you, I know. Bless her heart. Loads of people needing help and never speak up. Makes you wonder how many families are desperate and going under without anyone knowing. I know. Well, Stacy just went through a horrible thing. Her husband of 10 years walked off and left her and took all the money out of the house and left her like $1.34. Um, I made a post the other day about it, but people are just so funny in the community, and I feel funny asking, but I did because I know that she really needed help, and I knew it was the real deal because I talked to her on the phone, and nobody can put on an act like that and be that hysterical. I can tell bullshit. when I hear it, and it wasn't bullshit. She really needs help. I was born with pancreas. Oh, do you have pancreatitis, Leroy? Hopefully you have one. She does have a place to sleep right now. She does. She has a home that she rents. Maggie's so sweet. Thank you, Maggie, again for helping her. I know she appreciates it. I appreciate it. Oh, making me hungry. Fried chicken. Oh, sure. I love my pet chickens, but I like to eat chicken. Just not my chicken. I need a transplant or surgery. Oh no, Leroy. Prayers. Like, are you like in bad shape right now? Like, life or death? Oh no, prayers, hun. I did not know that. I'm so sorry to hear that. My ex brother in law, which he used to drink, but I know people can get pancreatitis that's never drunk any alcohol. But, anyways, he used to get these pancreatitis attacks, and they would put him in the hospital. Very, very painful. Shh, no chicken eating here. You know what? Where your grandma, I'd rather eat fish. Speaking of fish, last night I didn't eat steak. I ended up eating trout that Mark caught from the lake. I had steak today. And we got a good deal on steaks. We got two filet mignons for like $10, something like that. I mean, they were good too. I mean, they're cheap for filet mignons, I guess, but actually, I didn't tell Mark, but Smokey got most of my filet mignon. I fed it to Smokey, and I gave some to Chloe to take her medicine. I don't know how I'm so chubby because my dogs get most of what I eat. I sit and just feed them. If I don't, they stare me down. Oh, did Tracy come back in here? I must have missed her. You're a blessing. Keep you in my prayers. Yes, Miss Maggie, she's a really good lady. I'm glad she's a part of the family. My granddaughter loves steak. She needs a job. She's 9. You know, Granny will buy her what she wants. No matter how many steaks she wants, you'll buy them. Oh, she's probably spoiled rotten. When I was 9 years old, did she have an easy bake oven? I had an easy bake oven, and I used to use it all the time and bake those little cakes. You need to start teaching her how to cook, Warrior Grandma. Cece, my son Johnny is watching and wants to say hi. He listens with me all the time. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Yes, Leroy, prayers to everyone. I'm telling you, that's what I said earlier. There's a lot of people that's going through it. Either they're going through health stuff or been through it, or someone in their family is really sick or died from COVID. Oh, and I just remembered another story I didn't share with y'all. I wanted to, but I didn't. I forgot. Speaking of COVID, like there's been a lot more deaths because of COVID. Well, there's a funeral home. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Down in Texas. They had bodies stacked out in freaking a U-Haul. We're talking about some bodies had been embalmed, some hadn't, decomposing bodies with all the liquid on the floors everywhere. They were cremating people's relatives without even notifying them first, and some people had got ashes. They didn't even really think the ashes were their loved ones. What is it called? I think they had a reality TV show. Is it Golden Gate? something like that, but it's a fancy wancy funeral home, and they got like all these white limousines, for their clients to use like during the funeral and all that. I'll share it with y'all tomorrow. It's really interesting. Freak, what happened to my chat? There it is. My sister's grandbaby has an easy bake oven now. It looks different than the one we had. Cece, can you share the link? Much thanks. My heart is a bit more at ease thanks to Maggie. Yes, I will. I will have to go in and get my laptop because I don't have a place to type in the chat when I live stream from my phone. My daggone nose is running. Every time I get outside, it starts running. Yeah, I'll go get it before I end my stream and do it. I want a new Easy Bake Oven. I remember I gave mine away to this little girl that didn't have much when I was a teenager. Well, the funeral home has denied the allegations, but here's the thing. Somebody that used to work there took pictures. So, it is the freaking truth. I mean, they had bodies stored in freaking closets. We're not just talking outside in U-Hauls. In freaking closets in the funeral home. Decomposing bodies. Floors filthy. Body fluids everywhere. And it's this big fancy wancy funeral home. I just stumbled onto the article. I hadn't seen anything about it in the mainstream media. And I was reading this one article from Texas, and over to the side, I saw that about that funeral home. So I clicked on it, read it, and I saved it. I'll show it to y'all tomorrow and read everything to y'all, and you'll be blown away. This one woman had a thing of ashes, and I believe it's her mom's ashes, and she said, I don't even know if these are really my mom's ashes. Sad. Hey, Leroy, you are part of the channel. If you're in the chat, you're part of the channel. You don't have to be like a channel member to be a part of the channel. Not everybody can afford that. I get it. I can't afford to be in everybody's. For a long time, I couldn't afford to even be in one. I'd be so angry if one of my family members were there. Do y'all remember that funeral home and they found babies, dead babies, behind the walls of the funeral home? The funeral home hadn't buried them. And then there was another funeral home, I believe it was in Georgia. They were not burying the bodies, they was just throwing them out back, trying to burn them on wood piles. I mean, they found tons of bodies scattered around the property. It was crazy. And it seems like there was one in Detroit. I believe it was in Detroit where those babies, they had put those deceased babies behind the walls of the funeral home and up in the ceiling. So all these people went to this funeral home, heartbroken. Their child had died. They thought their child was took care of properly and buried, and they weren't. They was just thrown behind a wall or the ceiling of the funeral home. Sick individuals. I think this one funeral home got busted because this one man they buried had this cowboy hat, and his family wanted him buried with it, but the funeral director didn't do that. He kept the hat. He had been doing things like that for a long time, keeping like jewelry and stuff that's supposed to have been buried with the person. Anyways, the guy's relative saw the funeral director wearing that hat around and sounded the alarm. Now, that story is probably about 20 years old. Happened probably about 20 years ago. I'm going to have a smoke. I'm going to turn my camera around there. It's crazy. There was another funeral home. They did that years ago. They were supposed to be cremating people, and they gave the people bare urns. Yeah. Well, this guy in Texas, he denies these allegations, but there was pictures that was sent to a reporter. There is evidence that they had bodies out in the U-Haul. And y'all know how hot it is in freaking Texas. Hell, even if you put bodies in a U-Haul here in the mountains, it gets hot here. Anywhere. Body's gonna smell. Unless it's like frozen outside, I guess. Hey, Lori. How are you? There's some evil, sick people in the world. I'm just wondering, why wouldn't they bury these people? I guess the caskets that they would sell to put these people in, they wouldn't use and resell them to another family. That's probably was the scheme, I guess. I don't know. Hey guys, I wonder, I know this is going to be a crazy question, but I wonder if they sell coffins, caskets, whatever you want to call them, for dogs. I mean, that's what be what I prefer to put my Chloe in and Smokey when they pass away. What is it? What is it? Come here. That's enough to make you want to kill somebody. I know it. Never lose hope. I can't imagine how those families felt. It's heartbreaking enough to lose a child, but then to find out they didn't, the funeral home discarded your baby behind a wall or outside. Yes, they do if you find a pet cemetery. Oh, good, Will. Because I've been thinking about that. I just don't think I can have my dogs cremated. The thoughts of them burning would be in my mind. Now, I used to watch this guy here on YouTube, and his African gray parrot died, and he had a glass coffin for her. But crap, that was over in Thailand. Girls, don't fight. I swear they're killing me, y'all. I'm sorry you ask about pet coffins and your dog whimpers. Shh, not in front of the pets. I know, Warrior Grandma. Skylar's always whimpering. Oh my God! If another dog is drinking out of the water bowl and she cannot get to it, she cries. If another dog takes her dry food, she cries. If she wants on the couch, she cries. If the wind blows, she cries. If it thunders, she cries. She cries about everything. She's sweet as pie though, but she's scared of life. How they do that? Don't families go bury their I don't know. I think some of lady, please stop that. I think some of them they bury empty coffins and go back and dig the coffins back up. I guess. Like, okay, let's go inside if you're going to bark at me. Let's go. You don't know how to act. Go on. My neighbors are visiting my chickens, of course. Feeding them a bunch of crap. My damn white chicken, her butt's dirty again. I'm going to have to catch that damn chicken again and clean her butt again. I don't know why she does that. She's the only one of my hens that do that, but she's the only white hen I have. But I think it's got something to do with her digestive system, and whatever weirdo takes her over there don't go with her stomach. I'm going to the store before they close and get my phone card. Bless you, Maggie. Yeah, you better go get your phone card, Tracy. Hey, Natalie, how are you? Nacho, cute name. Oh, that is a cute name. They charge about 12,000 for an average funeral. It's got to be about money, and they reuse caskets. I'm pretty sure that they reuse the caskets. Is what they do is, I think they bury an empty casket and then go back and get the casket and just toss the body somewhere. If anyone asks me what I'm listening to, white chicken butt. If anybody's listening with you, they probably think I'm a freaking nut talking about cleaning a chicken's butt. But I had to last time I called her finally. Mark held her like a football. I ran home and got some warm, soapy water, warm water with Dawn dishwashing liquid, because I know that's safe to use like on ducks to get oil off of them. And so I just cleaned her butt, and it stayed clean until Weirdo decided she wanted to start visiting my chickens again and feeding them. But I was reading online, when they do that behind, it is because their digestive system is messed up. And I don't feed them anything that don't come from Tractor Supply. So, what? I'm in shock. You know, I would never talk about a chicken's butt. She must have some sort of worm problem. Yeah, it's like, I'll tell you what it's like. It's like her poop gets stuck in her feathers behind. So I looked up why that would happen. She could have worms. Maybe I need to get them some wormer. See if that helps. Because I've not wormed them. I gave them some natural wormer. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds is a natural wormer for chickens. But anyways, online it was saying when it clogs up like that behind, it's usually their diet. You know, I got on to them for feeding my chickens meat one time. I mean, I was pissed. I was like, hey, some people may feed their chickens meat, but my chickens are not getting meat. They are what? Vegetarians? They eat grass, vegetables, and insects, whatever that's called. Are they a herbivore? I can't remember the correct name. DE is food, helps worms and parasites. That. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a crying shame. You can get that at Tractor Supply. Crap, I forgot about worming them with pumpkin seeds. Now, that is supposed to work and it's supposed to be natural way. But I'm going to get some of that stuff you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. See if that helps. Well, have y'all had supper? I'm going to have to get off here in a minute. I've been on here about an hour. Mark's not been home that long. He came home about right when I was going to go live, about 20 minutes before I was going to go live at 6. And it's like, hey, will you fix me some supper? So I fixed him a steak. I buy real worms from Walmart and feed it to my chicken. Sonny said, that's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to start breeding my own mealworms for my chickens so they can have live worms. Because I'm going to tell you what, the dried mealworms are expensive. Like a bag of them, like this big, from Tractor Supply is about $30 or more if you don't get them on sale. I usually buy the fly larvae from Walmart, though. It's like about $10. Yeah. Sometimes I buy them river shrimp. They don't seem to like the river shrimp like they do worms. But now during the summer, I do dig them earthworms. Fried chicken, roasted carrots, apple pie, all made fresh by me. Dinner and 20. Oh my gosh, Will. Damn, your wife's lucky. She got a real catch there, a man that can cook. Did you eat that? Oh, yeah, I ate a filet mignon, Natalie. Well, I ate like a couple pieces of it. I gave most of it to Smokey and Chloe. I have trouble still chewing. But it was really, really tender. Tuna sandwiches and soup. Oh, I love tuna sandwiches. You know something I like, y'all are going to think is gross. I like sardines. I like sardines, anything freaking pickled, pickled eggs, pickled weenies. Like I'm a straight up country girl, y'all. A real country girl. Real country girls eat pickled food. Pickled corn, pickled eggs, pickled pork hocks, pickled pig's feet. I lived on pickled pork hocks when I was pregnant. And pickled corn. Pickled beets is good. My daughter likes sardines. Oh, I love sardines. And I'll tell you something else I like. I like anchovies. I know I'm weird, but I do. Be safe going to Walmart, short and nice. Wear your mask. Be aware of your surroundings in the parking lot if it's dark. We actually had a guy, we don't have much weirdo stuff that happens around here, but they actually arrested a guy back when we first got a Walmart here. He tried to kidnap a woman in the parking lot, and he had a briefcase with him, and he had a rape kit with him, an abduction kit. He had zip ties and everything in that briefcase. So I always freak out when I used to go to Walmart by myself and I have to walk to the parking lot at night and it's kind of empty. Oh, I love pickled beets too. I love anything pickled. I need to make me some pickled eggs. Yes, it was crazy, Natalie, and he wasn't from this area either. Um, but he had a briefcase. He had zip ties, duct tape, everything. Okay, trying to find a weapon now. Take some pepper spray. I got pepper spray. I'm not afraid to use it. I've used pepper spray on somebody before. They went down for the count. It kind of choked me a little bit too. And my dog at the time. But it works. Pepper spray does work. Hey, baby. Well, guys, I better get off here. My dogs are getting restless. Skylar's not ate supper. The rest of them have. She was asleep, so outside. She was asleep in the sun, so she's not ate yet. Anyways, y'all have a good evening. I will see y'all in the morning. Hearts, be safe, be kind. Peace. Ah.